Yo, this is Terrell from Hall of Fame D-Line, and these are Bully Rants, brought to you in part by Simply One Raw. Check them out, great company. This is part 4 that actually got erased, and of the Razor's Edge, Dave Wilson Elite Edge thing. And like I said before, it's hot out here. But it's not to bash anybody, it's to give you an honest perspective on how we came up, the good times we had, the way we pushed the dogs, the passion that a lot of people push the dogs with. And sometimes when you get people who are so passionate about one thing, you know, as we do get about dogs, you know, I love my dogs to death, you know, and a lot of those guys do too. Then there's a money factor that enters, and we all know how that goes. When you enter money and you throw a little bit of passion in there, things can get, you know, jaded in the whole perspective. And like I said, I had a great time there. I met a lot of people that'll be friends for life and associates for life, and you know, and I'll probably have these dogs for a very, very long time. And I was a super young guy then, so it's been over half of my life. But you know, a lot of people ask the question, is Razor's Edge dead? In my opinion, it's not. There are still people who have the look. Fabian with Remy line still has the look. Mr. Pratt out there in California still has the look. Fernando with Bullmaster, Ruger, that girl boy George. I mean, you know, Raging Bulls definitely has the look. D-Line, we still have the look, and we're spreading, you know, all across the globe. And it's still people who really now we're like old car collectors, because we're holding on to, you know, the beautiful true American bully, and still breeding for conformation, movement, and the things that the dog is supposed to be based off of. The biggest issue right now is that, you know, popularity contests and people breeding just totally out of the standard and not breeding for health. And that's a key reason why the actual Razor's Edge blood, not bloodline, but the actual blood look is lost. Those of us who used to put the stamp on Razor's Edge, a lot of people don't have the look anymore, because a lot of them have tried to throw a little bit of this blood in there, a little bit of that blood in there, trying to appease, you know, the buyers, so to speak, and they didn't stay true to their program. And you know, like I said, I don't think that Razor's Edge is dead, but it definitely has a very, very small pulse, and it's on life support. So, you know, will Dave and be able to rebuild and find an Elite Edge crew that can do what we did back then? I don't know. You know, it's been a revolving door with the Elite Edge ever since the original crew broke up, and it's the same thing, because a lot of it's based on things that aren't dog-like. You have some real good dog men over there. Shout out to my boy Jason Blue and Danny Gaddis, and you know, a lot of the guys over there are still true dog men, but then you have not a great supporting cast. And I'm not taking shots at anybody, that's just the reality. You know, our old group, everybody was a great member of the group and had something to bring to the table. It's going to take that kind of collective effort from a group, and maybe just from the bully community, which, you know, it might not necessarily include the Elite Edge, but it might take a little bit of D-Line, a little bit of Mr. Pratt's out there with Pratt's Pits. It might take a little bit of, you know, Fernando bringing in some of that good Bullmaster blood, and, you know, Black Label, and, you know, whoever else is still representing the blood to really bring it back to what it needs to be. And yes, these flies are driving me crazy. But, you know, overall, you know, I think that the blood's not dead, but it's going to take a collective effort to get back to where we need to be. And I think the one thing that Dave, you know, Indiana can do to help out is really to start strictly enforcing the standards that are there. It would greatly help out the Razor's Edge blood for sure, and it would incredibly help out Gotti line if that can be saved, and we'll save that for a whole nother video. But you know, if the standard is enforced more, it's not going to stop people from breeding beat up dogs, as I call them. But it will, at least as far as the American Bully and the show dog does, it still gives it a platform to where these dogs are being bred to that standard, to where that Razor's Edge original look and blood can be perfected and even improved upon. A thicker, still correct, still clean, cheeky, nice dog. We can still do that, but as long as the floodgates are open for popularity contests and money, I don't know if it can be fixed. But I do believe that in 10 years the blood will still be around. How good it will be, time will tell. But I know me and my family are doing our part, and a lot of other guys are very serious, and I've been talking to behind the scenes on them. And if y'all don't know anything else, for those who like a real good dog that can still run and move and give you the true American bully look, there are guys out there that still want to do it. And after long conversations with Dave Wilson, I believe in his heart of hearts, he wants to see it happen, and wants to see the look continue and the greatness of the breed to go for a quarter of a century and beyond, to a point where the dog is world recognized for real and accepted by basically everybody. But you know, it's been fun talking to y'all about this. Please hit up questions. I'm pretty sure that at some point in time, me and Dave are going to be able to sit down and talk, and a couple of the other OGs from Elite Edge, and talk about some topics that y'all want to hear, and how this went and how that went. This was very vague, but I thank you for your time. I promise you, Bully Rants are back. Please send the questions to my Facebook page or post them on this page, and we're going to get it in and start spreading some education about the dogs. It's just been a pleasure for y'all, the way y'all supported me and all these messages I got for me to get back on here. I thank all y'all for your time, and keep it bully. God bless.